Hey, this is Cahill, host of the Let's Talk About It podcast. This podcast is about motivating and inspiring professionals in the beauty industry. If you like this podcast, make sure you subscribe and enjoy the interview. Hey, what's up, everybody, man? This is Kay. Another special episode on the Let's Talk About It podcast. Man, I'm with my special guest, special friend of mine, Tage, owner of Culture Barbershop Lounge. Man, we out here in Oceanside, California. This brother right here, he got a story to tell. I'm so excited to interview him. You know, he's been in the game for 13 years, and he owns 3 barbershops. You know what I mean? So he definitely has history. He has a lot of stuff to tell us and information for the barber gang. So Tage, bro, man, what's happening, bro?
I appreciate you, Kay. I appreciate
nice to meet you. This is our very first time meeting each other as well. So this is going to be like a real organic conversation, y'all. I can't wait to get to it. So Tage, you're a barbershop owner. You own Culture Barbershop. So how long you been actually a barbershop owner?
Along 2019.
Okay.
Was that 6 years? I opened up 3 months before the pandemic.
Dang, okay.
3 months right before the pandemic, and I prepared for everything but a pandemic.
Exactly. So,
But yeah.
So how did you? So 3 months before the pandemic. So we had no clue that the pandemic was gonna happen. So how did you survive through the pandemic?
Well, one of the main things that I did was I kept cutting. I just cut out of my garage.
Okay.
And one of the main barbers that was here with me, Mexican dude from Mexico, he lives on the same street as me. So I just gutted out my garage. We turned it into a little mini barbershop, you know what I mean? And we were cutting out of there, pretty much. I was one of them people that didn't kind of believe what was going on. Conspiracy theorist or whatever. So I was like, man, we're just going to cut out the garage. And that's exactly what I did. And it ended up working out.
Hell yeah. So you cut it out the garage, and you still had, this is his first location right here, y'all.
First location, yeah.
You still had your location here when you were cutting out of your garage.
And the most messed up part about the pandemic is when I called the property management owner, I said, hey, the police came and told us we had to get out, because I was one of them people that we didn't just leave. We had people coming through the back door, all of that. And then eventually the police came and told us we had to leave. So I called the property management, and they told us that we still had to pay rent.
Yep.
And which was crazy to me. Like, I can't go inside the building. How you guys are going to charge me rent? And then he told me to go get a loan or PPP loan or something like that, which I never even did. We just went to the garage.
The PPP loan was kind of like some BS, right? Because you had to be in business before a certain time frame to get the PPP loan.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Everybody I know that got the PPP loan didn't ever have no business. They was doing illegal activities.
Right, exactly. You know,
I was like, man, I don't want to do that.
That's a whole nother conversation. Make do better, please. You know what I mean? So, bro, in your bio, right, it says thousands ain't good enough. What does that really mean?
So for me, I've always been money driven in everything that I did. You know, I'm originally from East St. Louis, and if anybody knows anything about the 89 blocks of East St. Louis, it's one of the poorest of poor, you know. So I was raised with one mom, no dad. I ain't never met my dad. I got one picture of him. So I've just always been money driven, you know what I mean? And I used to rap. My rap name was Contagious, right? Then this song came out. He's so contagious, he turns my pay, and I ain't like it.
Yeah, right.
I was like, So I was in the studio one day, and I was rapping, and my boy kept saying, Young Tage, Young Tage. And I was like, that rang a bell. So I started going by Tage, Young Tage.
Right.
Then I had to make an acronym for the TA, the GE. I sat up one day and I was like, you know what? Thousands ain't good enough. So I went and got it tatted. I got my whole body tatted, but I went and got it tatted, and then I wrote it right here. Thousands ain't good enough. And that's, it's always been, everybody always says, my daughter, Dad, you're Mr. Krabs. You're Mr. Krabs. All he's about his money. Right. And that's how I ain't gang bang. I don't mess with nobody. Right. Everything I've ever done was about some money.
Right. Do you see yourself in the future being a millionaire?
I want to say billionaire, but I'm a little older, so yeah, millionaire for sure. Yeah,
right?
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure. How? I don't know, but I do. I see myself getting there. I'm good at saving. I'm good at stacking money. I opened up 3 shops with no loans, so a lot of investing.
A lot of investment, right?
Yeah, a lot of investing.
Exactly. So you also have in your bio, I hate this. What exactly do you hate about the industry or life right now?
So you got that a little wrong.
Oh, do I? Okay.
No.
Okay.
In the bio, it says, I hate this. And then it has a emoji.
Okay. What's the
of a ninja.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it's
yeah, go deep into that. Let me know.
It's, an acronym. I mean, not an acronym, but it's basically saying, I hate this nigga.
Okay.
Right. But without saying the word nigga.
Right.
And the reason why I put that is because a lot of people, I ain't gonna say a lot of people hate me, but when you're innovative and you're a little bit different, not a lot of people are gonna like that. You know what I mean? Even driving this car around town and I pull up to a white person, the very first thing they do is, so it's I hate this nigga. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't really personally got beef with nobody. That's how I'm able to say where I'm at every day. But there is people that don't like me, and 99% of the time it's over nothing. A woman or something, you know what I mean? So I just put, I hate this nigga. It's kind of reverse psychology, you know what I mean? That's, I have a hashtag, Tage sucks. And when I started cutting hair, I had got a client from another barber, right? And the client had showed me in the phone that the barber had said, Tage sucks. So I started using that as a hashtag, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it pissed the other barber owner off, you know what I mean?
Do you think that hate that people have towards you fuels your fire?
It does.
Yeah?
It does. Like I said, anytime I hear something negative about me, I'm going to make it a hashtag, and we're going to run with it. I hate this nigga.
Right.
Tage sucks, and anything else, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I like to come up with little slogans, and the shit don't stop, where I put the poop, the don't, and then the stop sign. I like to come up with little shit like that.
Right.
Little gimmicky shit.
Try to turn something negative into something positive.
Which is the word nigga.
Right, exactly. And I was thinking about that too, like, from, slavery and all that stuff, us as being called niggers, to now we say nigga, and it's now in our culture like a word of endearment. You know what I mean? So I like that. I like that mentality, man, turning something negative to something positive. Man, I need to get on that, man.
I tell my daughter all the time, if somebody say something negative about you or whatever, don't get all bent out of shape. Turn that negative into a positive some kind of way,
Right.
So
So before all the shops and everything, right? Before all your followers, who was Tage growing up?
So man, I did a little bit of everything. After high school, I went to Palomar College. I went for fashion. I was trying to go to FITM, but I ain't have no money. Like I said, I'm poor.
And what's FITM? I don't know what FITM is.
FITM, Fashion Institute of Designing and Merchandising.
Okay.
It's one in San Diego.
Okay.
It's one in LA. But ironically, right, I wanted to make clothes and design clothes, and a lot of the hip hop clothes that were coming out, they were coming out because of people rapping. Like Wu-Tang had their own clothing line. Snoop Dogg had his own clothing line. So I was like, why am I gonna go to school to get a clothing line? It seems like all I gotta do is have a big following at something, and then you can get all those people to wear your clothes. And I was in high school, I always wear just slogans on my shirt. I ain't never make the clothes myself, but I always wear slogans on my shirt of how I felt, or one time I wore a shirt that said "fuck you bitch" because my girl broke up with me.
Right.
Everybody wanted that shirt. So anyway, long story short, I stopped going to I stopped going to Palomar College and I started making music. I was a rapper at one point.
Right. Okay.
Oh yeah, Contagious.
Right.
And then I started making clothes from that. You know what I mean? Music wasn't making me no money. It was making very minimal money.
Right.
So I stopped doing that. And then one of my friends, he owned the escort agency. He was like, man, you're pretty cool. He was an older white dude. He was like, man, you ever thought about, da-da-da-da? I was like, no, not really. And he was telling me how profitable it was. And my name was already Young Tage, thousands ain't good enough. So he told me about a website, Craigslist, you know what I mean, at the time. And at the time I was living with a stripper in Houston. And then a girl had hit me up and she was like, hey, I want to make some money. And so I put what the white man taught me and what she needed, put them two together. And I started running a little mini escort business. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right.
Myself.
All right.
And that was very profitable. That white man was right. He ended up later dying and went to his funeral, but that was very, very profitable. So profitable that I ended up buying a brand new house up in Menifee, $330,000. 2000. No, not cash. A lot of cash, but not cash. They would have been on my ass. Basically, long story short, nigga was doing that for a while, right? And then I had a daughter, I got high off my own supply, basically. Had a daughter. I knew I couldn't no longer do what I was doing and then have a daughter because I'm a man of integrity, you know what I mean? So eventually I had to do something that was respectful, you know what I mean? Something to where I can start to make legal cash. And then that's when I became a barber, My cousin, he was a barber. He was working in an Oceanside shop. I came down here, hung out with him, and ended up paying for barber school. Just going to barber school. Ended up short selling my house. That was when Obama had the loan forgiveness thing going on. Ended up short selling my house, and went from a $330,000 house to living in a $40 hotel while I was going to barber school.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow, that's deep. So like that segues into like the next question I have for you is like, when did you realize barbering could actually become a real business and not just a hustler?
So the barbershop that I worked at, that I said my cousin was working at first, the owner of it, he sold dope. He sold
the owner of the barbershop.
The owner of the barbershop. He sold dope. He was he was a hustler, and he wasn't even a barber. He just would come there, collect his booth rent, and go about his business. So I knew in my head, like, dang, if this dude that's not a barber can run a whole barbershop, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. That's when I knew, like, okay, I could run a barbershop myself, you know what I mean? Because he's not even a barber. A lot of the times, people were coming to the barbershop and something would happen or a mistake, there would be a problem at the barbershop and he wasn't even there to fix it. You know what I mean? So that told me that, hey, if I'm a barber and I'm there all damn day, I could run my own shop. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what I did.
So what did you drawing actually look like in the beginning that people never saw?
Consistency. Consistency. That would be my number one thing. If you talk to anybody that worked with me in that shop, I want to say I worked for 1.5 to 2 years. People don't believe this. 1.5 to 2 years without a day off.
You talking about like almost 720 days
straight
with no days
no
off.
Day off. My daughter's birthday, God's birthday, Mary's birthday, didn't matter whose birthday it was, I was in the shop. You know what I mean?
So what made you want to have that much consistency without taking the risk?
Because I knew I wanted to open up my own shop one day, you know what I mean? And I didn't want to do no loans. I just wanted to save up the money and open up my own shop, and that was my drive. So I knew being inside the building was the biggest
right.
factor. You know what I mean? If you're not inside the building when somebody walks in to get a haircut, you're not going to get a haircut. You know what I mean? And at that time, wasn't no appointments. This is 2013, 14, 15.
Right.
I had a boy, Kenny, he worked at that shop. We used to sit there and play 2K13.
Yeah.
We played 2K13 in 14, 15, 16. That's how much we were playing that one game, because I think in 2014, NBA 2K had changed something and we didn't like it. So when I say I worked 720 days, we used to come every day and we would bet on the game. I wasn't doing a lot of promoting because I wasn't the best barber, you know what I mean? But I was in the building, which is what I preach to these barbers nowadays. You can complain all day, but you got to be in the building.
Like, talk to the cameraman and let, like, for real, because I think it's very important what you're saying to, like, the younger barbers that are coming, that are in the barbershop. I mean, that is just starting off, or that are in the barber school right now. Like, how important it is to, like, be consistent and
be
like,
in the building. There's nothing more important than being in the building. I tell these new barbers right now, you got a girlfriend, right? Your girlfriend want to hang out, right? Tell your girlfriend come to the shop. Tell your girlfriend come to the shop and hang out. You want to smoke, you want to do all that, go to the back of the shop and go do all that. But you got to be at the shop. You can't, you know, owning 3 shops, I get people that complain every day, right? Come to the shop, sit. Well, Tage, it's slow. Okay, well, still you got to be at the shop and promote. You know, you'll be surprised how many, if you go walk inside of there and look, you'd be surprised how many people are playing a video game. Like,
no,
the video game ain't gonna get you no more money.
I'll be honest with you, fam. Like, when I first started in the barbershop, bro, we had a chessboard, we played spades. And we sat in the shop for hours. We're talking about 8 to 9 hours a day. We might get 2 haircuts. We might get 1. We might not get any haircuts for the day.
But you're in the shop.
And what that did for people, like I said, we didn't have walk-ins. I mean, we didn't have appointments.
Yep.
It's only walk-ins. What that did was it let people know that I'm going to be there, and if I could just walk in and get a haircut from this barber. It was about consistency. You know what I'm saying? And, like, one thing is, like, if we can push this to the younger generation, yeah, we do have appointments, systems, you know, we do got the Cut app. We have all these different type of apps that people can go online and see, you know, that you're available. But at the same time, there's other people that don't have the Cut app or don't even have any type of social media that just want a haircut.
That's
right?
it.
And you can still
go get a haircut.
Tell, right, from those type of walk-ins other than just using the app. So, you know, we're just coming from 2 veteran barbers, man, just trying to give y'all some game and let y'all know how to maximize your potential in this industry.
And real fast, it's 2026. I still don't have an app.
Walk-ins only.
Walk-ins only. It says it on my.
Right. No, I know I was gonna get to that.
Oh yeah. Walk-ins only. I don't have no app. I come at 10. I stay till 6:30. I cut whoever walks through the door. I don't turn nobody down, and I make good money. But also, I'm a little quicker than some of the barbers. So if you do take an hour to cut hair, I completely understand you doing an appointment. But for me, it take me 15, 20 minutes. You know what I mean?
How much do you charge?
$40.
$40, 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, $40.
You bet it, bro.
Again, I don't care who's better, LeBron or Jordan, or, you know what I mean? And if you do want to talk about all that, cool. Just keep your hair straight while I do my thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
I have a barber that sits next to me. He knows who he is. I can cut 4 people to his 1 person, but his conversation is immaculate. They're going to be laughing, giggling.
Right.
The whole time up.
Right. We just named 20 between his. I don't know how much he charges.
Yeah, $40.
$40.
So,
right.
but his haircuts, they all look like they going on Barbershop Connect. He takes his time, like his attention to detail is mine. I ain't gonna say my attention to detail ain't shit, but it ain't like his. Like, and I try to explain to them, everybody ain't going to a wedding. Everybody ain't going to get pictures. Some people want their haircut and they want to go about their day. That's it.
I'll be honest with you. I have this doctor client, and he has 2 sons, and it takes me about, it don't take me longer than 15 minutes, right? But I knock him out within an hour and 15 minutes. And he's like, bro, I don't have time to be sitting here all day to get a haircut. Like, just get me in, get me out. Let me have it look good, look presentable for my patients, and I'm good to go.
Good to go.
So you got to know your clients too.
Right.
Some of your clients, they just want a haircut and get out. Some of your clients, they do want to talk and they do want to have that experience. You got those clients there too, you know, you handle your business. But I think with cutting hair, it's all about how much you want to make an hour. Right?
Time is money.
Time is money.
Time is money.
$4 an hour, that's cool. But if you want to make, like my man Tage right here, shoot, how much you make an hour?
I mean, it just depends, but
Yeah,
I definitely try to at least
average,
make $100 an hour. You know what I mean?
You
At
know?
least, especially if the clients are sitting right
Right.
there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Sure, I'm getting to it.
Get the money.
I'm getting to it. Like, but I'm a single man, so some
Yeah.
people have two income households and stuff like. I pay all my own rent. I don't get no, you know what I mean? I'm a middle class person, so I don't get no assistance. I don't have no Section 8 or nothing like that. It's all me. Everything is me.
Right. So you spoke early on how you have 3 locations, right? What was the hardest moment during that process?
The hardest moment during starting them?
Yeah, just starting the 3 locations. Especially, you want to talk about this one here. Like, what was one of the hardest moments that?
The hardest thing, starting them is the hardest thing. Right, keeping them running right now. And the answer is good health.
Good help. Yes, sir.
Owning one shop with 8 chairs, how many chairs can I cut out of? 1.
Yeah.
I need 7 other people for this business to. So if you open up 2 shops, well, my second shop, there's 8 chairs. I can only cut out of 1. I need 7 other people to help this, well-oiled machine run. If I only got 2 other people, or it ain't running so good because it's only, I got 5 chairs to fill.
Right.
So that's that problem that we're having with Murrieta. I'm having with Murrieta is keeping the chairs filled with barbers that promote themselves. You know what I'm saying? A lot of barbers nowadays think, oh, you own the shop. It's on you for my chair to spin. And I'm like, hey, I spent $30,000 to get everything in here. I'll be damned if I spend another $1 for you to get your chair spinning, which I did that before. And I ran ads basically, right? Got the cheer spinning and got everybody real busy. Well, guess what people do? They put them on their app. And then when you're upset and you're ready to go, guess what? The client goes with you.
Yes, sir.
So all the money I just spent on Yelp and all these ads and stuff is down the drain because now you're cutting over at somebody else's shop. I had 3 people quit at one time. The person that I said came to my garage,
Yeah.
fool bought a house off of barbering, bought a whole house off of cutting hair, and then left. Went to another shop, literally the next street over, so they can get $100 cheaper on Boofer. And I've charged $300. The dude was opening up a shop, smaller shop. He charging $200. Three of my barbers all left.
Wow.
I didn't have no clue that they were even.
Sometimes they plot and scheme, but they were amongst each other and like, man, I'm out of here. And they start talking amongst each other. And boom, they'll just end up leaving. That happened to me one time. 5 barbers left within a month and a half. 5. Like, you know how much money that is? That it's like, hey, but as a barbershop owner, you look towards that money coming in every month on your books to help pay this rent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so like when you miss that income, you're like, okay, so what a woman.
You gotta
now me as an owner, now I gotta come in and grind a little bit more and stay extra hours and stuff like that just to make sure that like these doors stay open. You know what I mean? So
when I very first opened this shop, I had no barbers. I had one barber that was coming with me from the old barber shop, and literally 4 days before we opened, the fool called me and said, I'm gonna go to real estate school. Do real estate. Mm-hmm. So when I opened, I had no barbers. I was coming here 7 days a week working by myself.
Grinding.
Yeah.
And that's one thing, you want to open up a barbershop, just make sure that you're willing to spend your life inside your barbershop, because there's no guarantee nobody's going to come with you. There's no guarantee people are going to stay with you. right? At least the very first year and a half, almost 2 years, like owning your shop, it has to be your life, right?
People say, you ever heard the saying, don't marry your business?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
We've been married for goddamn 6 years and counting. Because I mean, let's say I'm at the beach hanging out with my daughter and somebody calls and says, hey, the toilet's overflowing.
Yeah.
You know, luckily I got an ex-Marine who cleans the shop and stuff. So he helps me out. I can call him. But if he ain't around, yeah, I got to stop what I'm doing and get to it. You got to marry your business. That's exactly what you got to do.
It's all on the barbershop only.
It's all on you.
It's all on you. Nobody else. You know,
That's why it's good to open up with a team too.
Yeah.
But the bad part about that is if he thinks like this and you think like this, now y'all bumping heads.
Right.
That's why I didn't want to get no
partnership.
I didn't want to get no partnership. Yep.
I think for me, the next time I do open up a shop, man, it's gonna be with a partner, right? To release some of that weight. But I also think I'm gonna do more of commission based, bro.
That's what I'm thinking.
You know, I think
watching, what's the white dude's name on Instagram?
Yeah, my man out of Georgia.
Yes.
He's giving us
Will Stam.
Will Stam.
Shout out to Will Stam.
Yeah, shout out to you, Will. I'm trying to get you on the podcast, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, that's a whole other thing. Will Stam is educating us, right, about how to do business the right way. And I feel that, like, if I would have been a commissioned barbershop, that, like, I think I would still be in business. I want to sold it. You know what I mean? And I think that's the way to go, man, moving forward. You look at Fantastic Sam, you look at Supercuts, you look at all these other business models that are in the industry that we're in. That's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing.
They pay a minimum wage and they get a commission off of sales. And I think that's the way to go, man, moving forward, right? If you want to be in business longevity, right? If you want to be quick with all that stuff, whatever. So like my man said, once the barbers, they build their clientele, a lot of times they just leave.
They just leave.
All the clients with it, right?
I hate appointments. I hate it.
Yeah.
They'll tell you all the time, man. F an appointment.
Do you let your barbers have appointments, or is it all?
I'm literally the only one without an app.
Okay.
I got people. Well, sometimes I hire barbers that are about to graduate school.
Yeah.
They got an app, and I'm like, when you come to the shop, they got an app. Okay, so now it's 11 a.m. The shop opened up at 10. You're still not here at work. I ask you where you been. The very first answer they say is, my appointment, I didn't have an appointment till 11.
Yeah.
Well, the shop opened up at 10.
Right.
There's been 3 people to walk through the door. The owner had to cut them.
Right.
But you're complaining that it's slow. Don't make sense. Don't make no sense.
So, like, what is the biggest lie that these young barbers are hearing nowadays about the barbershop?
I don't even think it's something that people are telling them. I think it's the perception they see when they look at Instagram. The barbers got on Louis shoes, you know, all the fancy stuff, music playing, but nobody's posting the 4 hours that they just sat there without no haircut. If anybody follows me on Instagram, I always often post my wins, post my losses. So if 2 weeks ago, I came to work Wednesday and Thursday. I cut one person Wednesday. I cut one person Thursday. I posted both of those days because I wanted people to see. Shit, bro, I just sat here for 9 hours. I had a 20-minute haircut.
Right.
For the rest of the day, I ain't had shit to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's when you see me spamming and shit, that nigga ain't got no haircut. Say the cat. He done posted 100 times today. He done posted all kind of bullshit. So,
Right.
yeah, you gotta, it's good and bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you gotta take the good with the bad, like any business.
So basically, like, don't believe the facade of what people are posting out there. Like, it's all glitz and glamours all the time. Like,
Right.
Because there is some wins and there is some losses.
And that ain't only in barbering. Instagram itself, you're only gonna post your wins. I know a bitch that's homeless and went on a vacation with some friends, posted the vacation, posted them, and then came back homeless, didn't post nothing about being homeless. She didn't post nothing about I'm living on the site, but you posted Mexico. So it looks like,
Right. Glitz and
But-
glamours. Yeah, but
Fuck outta here.
Yeah, nah, I feel you. Why do you think people do that, man?
That's what social media is about. It's about looking. I got, well, you know my daughter, right? She does nails. She does nails. She does weaves or hair, braids and stuff. But she never wants to post. She only wants to post like the good stuff. And I'm like, you got to post your business. You know, well, Dad, nobody responds. Well, keep posting it. Are you going to quit because nobody responds? Basically.
That's crazy.
That's social media for you. Everybody I try to post my wins. I try to post my losses.
So what has success cost you personally?
Friendships. The cousin that I said that I started behind or whatever, we worked together at the spot. The last time I ever seen dude was December 1st, 2019. Why? Because I opened up this shop December 2nd, 2019. This is my blood cousin. He's never been here once, ever. Ever. And every podcast that I do, I shout him out and say, I started because of him. You would think he came and said, man, and I even asked my mom, my brothers, my other family members, like, why don't Milton mess with me? Nobody has an answer. So it's got to be
jealousy,
enviness, you know what I mean? Because every barber, once you start, the dream is to open up your own shop, right?
Right.
Go back to, I hate this nigga. That's why I hate this nigga. Right. Any barber that's been a barber around here for 20 years and has no shop, why wouldn't they hate them? You know what I mean?
Or at least elevating to the next level of doing something else, maybe like education or a platform artist, or just like getting somewhere out besides just twirling that chair around 24/7. You know what I mean?
When I started barbering, I said, I want to be the barber that has multiple shops and has done in Oceanside what nobody else has done. And that's what I'm doing now. You know what I mean? There's not another black owned barbershop that has multiple shops around here.
I think you're the only one.
So
and that's why I like your story, fam, because like we met like once before, but when I follow you on Instagram and I see the things that you're doing, you know, with your barbershop, with your clothing brand, and that's really sparked my interest. Like, this brother's really not just a barber, man. He's a like real businessman, you know. And it's like, I need to talk to that brother. I need to kind of see and pick his brain. Or like,
that was the plan. I just didn't want to be a regular. I come to work every day, but like, I need to own something. I need to, and all the time it ain't rewarding financially, but it's rewarding when I walk in there and everybody in there has kids, or most of the people in there got kids. Right. So if they're feeding their kids off of something that I thought in my head, it's satisfying. You know what I mean? I'm not making $1 million. I wish I was, but
right. Hey, y'all stay tuned. It's coming. So I'm telling y'all.
I'm not making $1 million, but I
see you repping the culture brand right now. So tell me, you know, about the logo, the culture, like when you putting yourself out there.
So I told you the story about how I was a rapper and I wanted to do fashion. So once I went from Young Tage, or from Contagious to Young Tage to Tapertage, I said, I'm gonna incorporate the clothes every time. You know what I mean? And we live by the beach. We live in the city area. If I give this shirt to 10 people and they go out and wear it, that's 10 people advertising for my company, right? Without them even knowing it, you know what I mean? So that's kind of where the clothes came in. It was like, I want everybody in Oceanside to be walking around and be like, ooh, I know what that is, you know what I mean, type shit. So that's kind of how the clothes came about. I make female clothes too, and one time there was 2 Marines in here and their 2 wives was in here. They both look good. But they were like, you need to make women's clothes. I'll promote them. So I started going to LA. I go to LA to the garment district, get the clothes, and I started making women's clothes. And they were promoting it and started getting a lot of Marine clients. And that's why I started putting the cities, Vista, Murrieta. Vista, Oceanside, there was no Murrieta at the time. But I started putting the cities on there. So then when people are out wearing it, they can read what the clothes is, and then they'll say Vista, Oceanside, and then people will ask, what's that? Where? You You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm big on advertising. Like I said, I put it on my car. I put it on my clothes. Remember I said I worked for 2 years straight?
2 years straight.
No break, right?
Right.
I've been wearing, and I tell all the barbers, everybody, I even write it on my page. If you ever catch me without something that's culture, something, a hat, something, socks, we make socks too. If you ever catch me with something that's not culture, you can sock me in my mouth.
Oh, that ain't gonna happen then.
Come up and just come up. But before you do it, know if I got on a sweater and it don't have culture on it, I might have on the shirt.
Sure
you know what I mean?
Culture drawers on.
So, but yeah, no, that's how big I am on promoting. You know what I mean?
That's what's up, man.
I got some shirts that say I just cut hair. I got some barbers, very shy. They talk like this. They don't. So guess what I made for them? I made some shirts that say I just cut hair.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you, but I got a little story. I went to Walmart with one of my barbers, right? I got on the I just cut hair shirt. We're in line, we're paying for the stuff. This lady walks up. She was like, hey, I just moved here trying to get my 3 boys haircut. I looked at the barber and said, you got on a Hurley shirt. I think it was a Hurley shirt or something. Hurley. Why didn't they walk up to you and ask? Because you don't have on nothing that says you're a barber.
Right.
She came up to me. The lady came the next day. I charged $30 a kid, so that's $90. She gave me $10 a kid, so she gave me $120 off of me wearing the shirt. I didn't have to go up to her and speak. I didn't have to go talk to her. She came up to me. I looked at the 3 boys right there. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is free gang. I hope y'all listening.
Free gang.
This is free gang. We ain't even charging y'all for this, man.
Free gang.
Think about that.
The most important thing in barbering to me is advertising. Yeah. I got some people, some barbers, they go to all the trade shows and this and that. And I don't knock them. I don't knock none of the trade shows. But I'm trying to explain to them, ain't nothing more important than getting your business cards and walking over there because the other shops at Food for Less.
Yeah.
If you don't grab your cards and walk to Food for Less and at least put them on cars or hand them to people, that's going to get you more clientele than going to the Anaheim. The Anaheim.
The IBS.
Whatever. Right. Go to Vegas. We're going to Vegas. Cool.
Right.
Cool. But there's nothing more important than keeping your cheer spinning. That's it. I don't care about
more important than going to the trade shows.
That is to me. Yeah. I mean, well, if you're trying to build your clientele.
Yeah, right.
If you got your clientele built and you've been in the game for a long time, I mean, them trade shows are cool. But I'm talking about people that have been a barber 2-3 years. Like, okay, the trade show is cool. Go learn some stuff, but you still need to get your cheer spinning. And ain't nothing gonna be more important than that, because, like I said, one of those people ended up quitting and going to another shop, trying to find the busiest shop. I just had a guy quit last week. Walked in, grabbed all the stuff. The other barbers asked him, the other barbers had asked him, oh, you got a house call? And he was like, yeah, something like that. We already knew. You took every last thing.
Right. We're coming back.
He's going to another shop. He's going to go try to find where the grass is green. Right. I sent him a message and I just said, the grass is green where you water it. And that was it.
And that's a true fact, because that barber can go somewhere else and it's going to be the same thing.
It's going to be the same thing.
The same process.
It's going to be the same thing.
You can't run from the process of barbering. Like, if you want to be your own business person, your own entrepreneur, you have to, like my man said, man, he's right here by a Home Depot. You have to pass out your business cards. You have to talk to people. You have to advertise on Instagram. There's no way around it.
No.
There's no way around it. Every single person that I've seen, I've been doing this 22 years, that has done the process has been successful. 100%.
You got to use your words. Like, you tell kids, use your words.
You got to go up and talk. You know, I don't walk in
any store without having some business cards on them. Any store. I got to have some business cards or some flyers. I got to have something, because, again, if I walk past this lady and she got 2 kids and they look like they need a haircut, it's my job. It's on me to hand this lady a card and say, hey, you got a barber? And I hope and pray to God that she says, no, my kids need a haircut right now. I'll follow you back to where.
Right. Exactly.
I'm ready. They're ready right now.
So, like, on a serious note, is there any time in your quest that you've, like, you know what, I'm over it. If you've wanted to walk away, all your success?
Remember when I said them 3 people quit? Yeah. And I had they never came to me and said, hey, booth rent's too high. I'm having an issue, nothing. So after all 3 of them people quit, I thought like, damn, you know, I'm cool, I'm nice. One of those people had a whole DJ booth in here. He didn't even have to ask me or not. Like I give these people whatever they want. And so for them to leave like that was like, damn, like, and that opened up my eyes like, damn, like you said, people be plotting behind your back. You don't know when everybody's going to leave. I had a dude in Vista quit. I was sitting in my little office. He knocked on the door. He said, yo, Tage, can I talk to you? I said, yeah. Soon as he said, can I talk to you? I already know what it is. He said, man, I got an opportunity at another shop. I think I'm going to take it. I said, okay, cool. When you going to, you know, when's your last day? He said, oh, I'm packing my stuff now. The nigga was packing his stuff already. Like, wow. So, anyway, the question was, have I ever thought about just giving up? When them 3 people quit, and then when dude did that, I often think like, damn, will I make more money just cutting hair and in someone else's shop? So I think about it. I think about it all the time. I think about it still to this day. Like, you know, is it worth it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
what is something that you want to leave for the picker man about culture barbershop, man? What type of impression or legacy do you want to leave for your barbershop?
What kind of legacy do I want to leave?
Yes, sir.
Since we're in a barber boom right now, it's never been as big as it's ever been, right? I want the new barbers, if I died tomorrow, I want them to say, dude was consistent as fuck. He couldn't do design. He wasn't the best at designs. He didn't have all the trophies. Dude worked his ass off every day. I made $400 or $500 the other day by 2 o'clock. My cousin Milton that I'm talking about, he would have been gone. I'm going to the beach. I'm going to hang out.
Right.
I'm going to try to make 1,000.
Right.
So that's what I would want anybody to say is like, damn, dude lived up to his name. Thousands ain't good. He literally was trying to get more than thousands before he passed. And yeah, that's it pretty much. Like I would want them to say, damn, dude was consistent and worked his ass off. There's barbers around here that been barbers for a long time that died. Nobody remembers nothing they did. All they did was cut people's hair, you know what I mean, send them on their way. I want people to say, damn, dude opened up 3, 4 shops, 5 shops, and shit, he's dead, but the shops are still there. Right. You know what I mean? So
outside of all the glitz and glamour of the culture, what is something you want to know about you outside Bart?
Here's a guy who beat every odd there was. I said it on my podcast. When I was born, my mom left me at the hospital. My mom was a crack. She was on crack. I'm a crack baby. If y'all follow me on Instagram, Tapertage, I often go to the gym and I'll be like, damn, I can't gain weight because I'm literally a crack baby. Like that was left at the hospital. So that's why I go as hard as I can. Now I have a daughter, and my daughter's, I mean, hate to say it, she's a pimp and hoes kid. So hopefully she has the same drive. Like, damn, I need better for my kid. You know what I mean? Right now to this day, my baby mama stays with me. Not a lot of people know that, right? But my baby mama lives with me. I haven't touched my baby mama in 5, 6 years. I do that because nobody in my family has lived with their mom and their dad. And my grandma has 8 kids. And all of them kids have kids. Nobody has lived with their mom and their dad in the same house. Right. So even though me and my baby mama ain't together, never have been, I let her stay with me so my daughter can have a better foundation. And like I said, then that's why I go as hard as I go for my child. You know what I mean?
Why do you think it's so important for the mom and dad to be in the household for their kids?
Because it took two people to make the kid.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Believe me, I'd be wanting to kick my baby mama out all the time. All the time. But I think like this. When we had sex, there wasn't no people in suits there, wasn't no judge there, wasn't no deputy there, so they shouldn't be there when it come time for how long you're gonna see your kid or how much money you're gonna get for your kid. You know what I mean? I got homies going through that right now this day. Like, oh, the judge only said I could see him on the weekends and I gotta pay $600. It's almost that cheaper to keep her. Feel me? Like I'd rather my baby mama live with me. She works. She takes care of herself. I pay all the bills. I pay the rent and all that, but she takes care of herself. It ain't like I'm taking care of her.
Right.
She just lives up underneath the same roof. And it's important. Like I said, I don't know how important it is because nobody's ever done it in my family. I got two brothers. They both have kids. They didn't live with their kids in the same household. I just want it to be different. You know what I mean? And maybe we can get a different outcome.
No, you definitely will, man.
So that's why I'm pushing my daughter's 15. She knows how to drive. She knows how to braid. She knows how to do nails.
Right.
If I die tomorrow, Kaya, I need you to hit the ground running, you know?
Yeah.
So I didn't have it the best. What I would want people to know is, hell, this dude that didn't have a mom, barely had a mom, didn't have a dad, dude made it. You know what I mean? Dude made it. I dropped my mom off at Crash. I don't know if you know what Crash is. It's a rehab in San Diego. I literally put her in the car with me and my homie and drove her down there to get off drugs. That was 30 years ago. My mom's been clean for 29 years.
That's a blessing.
She got a job at UCSD making food, cafeteria lady. She worked there for 26 years. She retired now. She about to go to Italy. So.
And congratulations for being, for real, for being sober, man. How many years you said?
Like at least 26, 27 years. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. If you guys follow me, Tapertage on Instagram, the very first post is my mom on my podcast. And,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? She's doing good now. Right. She's doing good. Family's doing good. Daughter's doing good. If there's anything I want anybody to take from me is, dude, just work his ass off to get where he's at. I ain't taking no shortcut.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
So plug yourself, man. Plug the barbershop. Plug everything you got going on. The future, all that stuff.
Tapertage, Tapertage, no underscores, no backslashes, no periods, dots, nothing like that. Just Tapertage straight across. That's how you can find me. And then you can find every barbershop that I own on my page because they're all in my bio, along with I hate this nigga. But Culture Oceanside, no underscores, no nothing. That's this shop. Culture Vista, Culture Vista is the Vista one, and then Culture Murrieta is the Murrieta shop. If y'all need a haircut, we are one of the last of the walk-in shops. You can just walk in and get a haircut. If it's between 10 and 6:30 during the weekdays, 10 and 4:30 during the weekends, and hopefully somebody can get you. But yeah, other than that, man, I appreciate Kay for having me. Y'all follow this good brother right here, man, and shout out to the cameraman. I heard a good little story from my guy too, a little motivating. And peace out.
The most important thing, y'all, is black owned.
Black on.
Right? We in San Diego. I said it before on one of my other episodes. We're only 6% of the whole county. You know what I mean? So if you're a listener, you want to support black owned businesses, check my boy Tage out. You feel me? If you like all this information, please share it to your friends and family members. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to this podcast. Let's Talk About It podcast _2022. Man, it was an honor, bro. Like, for real. I got to hear your story up close and personal, man. It touched my heart. Like the things that you've been through and the stuff that you built on. And bro, I see real good things coming from today, bro. So I appreciate you taking your time out on your day off.
I appreciate it.
Give me your story, man. I hope this touched somebody's heart. Hope somebody, pick somebody up, man, knowing that a man came from nothing and look what he's doing right now. You know what I mean? So it's important that we get the story out, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you too.